5, 6, 7, 8. Warning signal number 4 is that you often feel. Point here. But yes, this is. Signal number 1 is that you.
Let's get started. I'm sure that this video is going to help you a lot change a lot of things that you have misconception about, because I'm discussing 5 warning signals and 5 yes, this is signals to improve one's personal power. Also, you can check how much do you score out of these 2 5s, and we're going to discuss must-have attributes if you want to develop your personal power. Okay, so the first question is, what is personal power? Personal power is nothing but that inner strength or that confidence that you have. That strength and that confidence that carries you forward through your toughest times, that helps you react at different point of time, different situations.
Warning signal number 1 is that you often complain about no positive change in your life, but do not work for it.
Talking about warning signal number 2
is that you often feel uncomfortable around people. You feel helpless when you have to influence somebody.
Warning signal number 3.
You feel that you are worthless. You have this fear of rejection. You have this fear of judgment. You have this fear of criticism from others. Then this is an alarming bell for you. Because why do you need to think about what your friends are going to think, what the other people are going to think by what I am doing? If you know that you're doing the right thing, you should trust yourself in your decision.
Warning signal number 4.
You feel guilty or you feel frustrated, then this is an alarming bell. Because people with personal power do not have the time to cry in frustration, to regret on things, and to feel guilty about what they've spoken or what they've done.
Warning signal 5.
That you don't trust yourself. Now, by trusting yourself, you make decisions for yourself. And when I say that you don't trust yourself, what I mean is you rely on others for your decisions.
Now the positive signs. Sign number 1.
You follow your own gut. Now, by this I mean that what you decide for yourself, you know that that's correct. It's not that people who are successful or people with personal power do not get opinions from others, but you need to think 5 or 100 times before you rely on others' opinions or suggestions.
The positive or yes signal 2.
You make out best out of every worst situation. You feel confident around people. You feel confident while putting your point forward. So you have that power to influence others. Also, you're a good mediator or negotiator, and you trust yourself.
Oh yes, signal number 3.
You don't feel ashamed about what you're doing. What I mean is, people who are successful or have that personal power do not fear this rejection or fear of judgment or fear of criticism, because they know what they're doing.
Positive oh yes signal number 4.
They give time to others. So people who have personal power give time for others, but do not forget that they take out time for themselves, because self should always be a priority.
Oh yes, signal number 5 is,
you are optimistic. You have that mental and emotional intelligence in you, and you can maintain composure even in the worst of your situations. So you know how to handle the worst of the situations and take the best out of them.
Discussing the must-have attributes. Must-have attribute number 1
is warmth. It necessarily does not mean that you have to wait for somebody, that if she comes to me and asks me, then I'm going to talk to her. Oh, उसने मुझे देखा फिर भी वो मेरे पास बात करने नहीं आया. Come on, have that warmth, be humble, go to that person, talk to yourself, take initiative.
Must-have attribute number 2.
is broadness. By broadness, I mean that don't look at those small failures. Have a broader perspective. Now, in a war, you do fail in some battles. You lose some battles, but what our focus should be to win the war and not be sad about those failures in a small battle.
Must have attribute number 3.
Intuitions. Now, people who have personal power, they trust themselves, they follow their gut that they are making the right decision. So you should be really confident when you make your decisions.
Must have attribute number 4.
Is expectations. So people who possess personal power or who are successful do not have a lot of expectations from everybody, because when you expect, you feel bad.
Must have attribute number 5.
No argument. Now, by no argument, I mean you should know when to step in, when to back out. Now, if you literally argue a lot, to prove logically right to yourself and wrong others, you're creating a bad situation for yourself. For putting others down, you're creating hatred for yourself.
Must have attribute number 6.
Now, the mind has the tendency that if you show it a half picture, the brain wants to complete it. So when you show a positive picture to it, you and your brain will be motivated.
Final, must have attribute number 7.
Is if people don't defend themselves, we often link it to that they are weak or strengthless. Now, this is a big misconception, because if you don't defend yourself, this is an attribute that you are open and broad-minded. But you should know when to step in and when to back out. You should know when you need to defend yourself and when it's okay to be quiet. Because when we argue a lot or when we clarify ourselves a lot, this means that we're showing our insecurity to others.
Thanks. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure that you like, comment and subscribe for more videos like this. I produce new videos every Monday. Keep watching.